Mr. Men Show!
What would the good people of Dillydale do without their radios? Whether in the car, on the beach, or even on a crowded bus, radios provide the Mr. Men and Little Misses with music wherever they go. Of course, there are those people like Mr. Grumpy who don't like the radio.
I'm so glad you could join me, Mr. Grumpy. Having someone along makes these little outings so much more fun.
Look, Mr. Happy, I'm not here for fun. I'm here because you told me we'd be stopping at the Museum of Fish. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to ride in peace and quiet, so please button it.
I won't say a word. We'll just enjoy our drive.
I bet. Are you gonna whistle the whole journey?
Oh, what was I thinking? Why whistle when there's a radio in the car? I love a good polka.
You would. Are you sure that's not distracting you from your driving?
Not at all. A jaunty polka relaxes me when I'm driving.
Well, they give me a headache. Oh, crooked cucumbers. Oh, there, fixed. Best not turn it on again.
What should we talk about now?
Nothing.
Why, it's Mr. Nosy and Mr. Small. Their car must have broken down.
What a shame. Just keep going.
But we have to at least offer them a ride.
Says who?
Need a lift, fellas?
Your timing could not be more perfect, Mr. Happy. We were going to the Museum of Fish, but our car broke down.
What a coincidence! Why, Mr. Grumpy and I are on our way there right now. Ha ha!
This calls for a little music.
No, it does not.
Don't be a Mr. Grumpy now, let's move to the groove. The beat is hot, and this is the spot. Come on and get down on the Dillydale dance floor.
Dinosaurs on the loose.
You better rock those bones! Rock those bones!
Pie in the sky.
There's nothing that can stop you as long as you try! Reach high as the sky and dream!
Stop the car. Thank you for getting me this far, Mr. Happy. I'll walk from here.
But it's pouring with rain!
I wouldn't care if it was a blizzard. There is no way I'm spending another second in that car, listening to that racket.
That's the spirit, Mr. Grumpy! You have a wonderful walk! We'll see you at the Museum of Fish!
Why didn't I take the bus?
Radios aren't just for music. There are lots of radio programs where people simply talk.
Coming up next, a real treat, our weekly calling program, Cooking with Miss Helpful. So get out those pots and pans and stay tuned. Hello, Mr. Fussy speaking.
Who else would be answering your phone?
Oh, hello, Miss Carey. I'm sorry, but I can't speak right now. Miss Helpful's radio program is about to begin. She's going to teach us how to make a chocolate cake.
You'd rather listen to some cooking show on the radio than go explore a cave full of bats?
Oh, it's starting. I must be going, Miss Carey. Good luck with your bat cave explorations.
Hey?
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Miss Helpful. Today I'm going to explain how to make a delicious chocolate cake. First, you take a dozen eggs and crack them into a bowl.
Honestly, Miss Helpful, you could at least tell us what ingredients we need before we start.
Once you've cracked the eggs into the bowl, add some milk and beat until smooth.
Milk?
Meanwhile, blend together your sugar and butter until light and fluffy. Are you blending yet?
Slow down, please, Miss Helpful. I only have 2 hands.
It's time to sieve your flour and baking powder. Are you with me?
No, I am not.
Next, we get our cake tins. Uh-oh, looks like I forgot to bring cake tins. Well, so much for making a cake. How about we learn to make a pizza? Now, to make the pizza dough, put flour, water and yeast into a bowl.
It would be helpful if you told us how much yeast to use.
Now make sure you only use a little yeast, or else your dough might explode.
Oh, now she tells us.
Ooh, looks like we have a caller. You're on the air.
I was wondering if you have a good recipe for Monster Fang stew.
I knew that bat-loving little miss would somehow ruin my cooking show.
No, I don't have a recipe for Monster Fang stew, but I do have a very nice sweet and sour bean burger recipe. In fact, why don't we make that instead?
But what am I going to do with this heap of dough?
You take a tin of beans, breadcrumbs.
Sweet apple strudel. I fear I've done something wrong.
I don't want to make bean burgers. I want to make something really scary, like spider casserole.
Hold on a minute, Miss Scary. I'm getting another call.
Miss Helpful, this monstrous pizza dough, it's taking over my home like some unwelcome blob from outer space.
Okay, now that's scary.
Sounds like you used too much yeast. You were only supposed to add a tiny pinch. Just trying to be helpful. Well, that's all we have time for today. I hope you've had fun too.
No, this can't be. Come back. What do I do with this dough now?
Join me, Nick.
Oh, my house, my radio. No, back off, dough. Leave me.
I didn't know you were making pizza. I'll be right over.
Oh, bring lots of friends.
The best place to buy a new radio is at the Dillydale Electrical Shop. Just as long as the right salesperson is there to help.
Hello, Mr. Rude! Mr. Scatterbrain. You are the salesperson? Yes, and the pie maker. I want to buy a radio, not a pie. Have it your way. Oh. What kind of radio do you need? I want a clock radio to wake me up in the morning. I have just the thing. This is our very popular farm radio. Only instead of music, it moves. I do not want a radio that moves. I want one to play music. Why didn't you say so? Oh, stop that noise. I want a clock radio, not some squeeze box. Give me that. Faith, I have to show you how it works. I know how to use a clock radio. That's what everybody says. First, you turn the radio on with this button. Or maybe it's this button. That's the alarm, in case you don't want the radio to wake you up. Now, one of these buttons turns on the radio. There it is. I am taking my clock radio home. Are you sure you don't want a pie to go with that? You are a nincompoop.
Whoops.
My radio. Sorry, but that was the last clock radio we had in stock. But here, take Tyrone. He's really very good at waking people up in the morning.
Ooh.
And so, you see, the good people of Dillydale really do enjoy their radios. But when the day ends, it's time to turn them off.
Oh!
But the Mr. Men and Little Misses take comfort in knowing that come the morning, they'll be able to listen to their radios once again. With some exceptions.